Hey everybody, and welcome to the daily card reading for Wednesday, the 6th of May of 2026 for the collective. So as with these, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're playing with The Nightmare Before Christmas. I like to call my deck Jack. We're going to pull one card for the morning, one card for the afternoon, and one card for the evening. Morning is midnight until the afternoon. Afternoon is the entirety of the afternoon to the evening. And evening is evening until midnight on the 7th of May. If you would like to follow me, you can. Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. Randy Morningstar 747 on TikTok. Randy Mintaka 93 on YouTube. And The Mintaka Experience on Facebook. So we have the Knight of Needles reversed. Now what this means is there's a lot of over-aggressive behaviors going on, nonverbal cues, having a case of bad luck or cynicism, being very pessimistic or allowing depression or aggression or anger to get the best of you. Reds and blacks and greens seem to be very prominent throughout the morning. This could be like color psychology or colors on a flag or colors on a logo or something like that as well. Acceptance, lack of determination, banishment rituals and exorcism rituals and practices in the early mornings might be beneficial, or there might be someone from otherly realms trying to get a hold of you in the wee hours of the morning, between like midnight and 3 in the morning. So it does look like there's going to be some form of over-excessiveness when it comes to the mind. So your mind's going to be overworking and overstimulated, and it could be bringing about a sense of feeling like you don't have enough, or whatever you say isn't going to do enough, and it's not going to be enough whatever you do or say, because it's not going to be able to change the situation. Whatever happened in the past, it happened in the past. It's inevitable. It's not going to be able to be changed. But what you can do is you can change for the future. It looks like there's also going to be some form of incessant behaviors surrounding like intellectual narcissism, Dunning-Kruger, logical fallacies, triangulation within either spirituality or spiritual narcissism. Triangulate yourself, practice remote viewing, practice astral projection. Make sure that you are understanding which frequencies and vibrations and rhythms that you're feeling. So learning the law of vibration, the law of frequency, and the law of rhythm would be very important for the morning of Wednesday. Introverts and antisocial air signs are going to be the most influenced and the most impacted throughout the morning, especially between like 3 in the morning and 1 p.m. 333 is confirmation of this. Not being able to grow facial hair, or growing hair where it's not wanted, or being bald when you want to have hair can also be hindering progress in the way of like your mindset. Like you might be obsessed over aesthetics and how you appear to others and your disposition. It looks like the number 13 is going to be important to somebody born on the 13th. Miscommunication and guides of chaos and miscommunication and misconceptions might be showing up. If you work with demons, demonology, occult esoterics, demons of those same things might be popping up. Saying things to wreck a relationship or wreck how others view you. Ignoring your front door, or ignoring who's at your front door, or avoiding answering your front door. This could also be figuratively. spiritually and or mentally. And check your mental, your spiritual, and your emotional bodies as well. Looks like looking the other way and turning a blind eye in bad faith, due to being overly explanatory. It looks like it can harm to be explanatory, or you're over explaining because of harm and past traumas that you've had in the past that have led you to believe to need to speak a lot. In the afternoon, we have the Two of Potions reversed. And what this means is there's going to be some form of overabundance of emotion in one party and emotional unavailability on the other party. It feels like you've taken their feelings for granted, you've used and abused them for a little bit, you put labels on things that you did not need to put labels on. You both have made assumptions about each other and about each other's well-being and emotions. It looks like communication empathically is key here. So work on your meditations, work on your empathy, work on your feelings. This is especially true for like those that are talking through therapy about emotional abuse or about trauma or about people stigmatizing you or calling you names that you're not or using labels that you're wishing that they would just stop using for you already. Bottling up your emotions and bottling up your feelings and bottling up your powers are impacting you. So make sure that you are allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to relax. It looks like if you've done spell jars, you need to be able to allow them to breathe a little bit. So make sure that there's space. If you've waxed it shut, just make sure that there's enough space around it and enough distance around it. Give it enough time in the sun or time in the moon or however you charge it. You could even bury it in the ground if that's how you feel called. Make sure that you are disposing of it in a proper way if that's what you wish to do. Siblings and sibling rivalry and soul sisters are going to be important. The song Soul Sister by Train might hold some significance for a message within the first little bit of the day, from like 4 in the morning until like 1 p.m. Especially for those that see 4s, 7s, 747s, and 757s a lot. It looks like disorganization and destructive behaviors due to emotions are going to be prominent. So watch your emotional spending, watch the way you call people when you get angry, watch how your emotions drive the conversation. Make sure that you don't allow them to drive the conversation too far, and make sure that you don't allow them in control. Do some shadow work, do some empathy practices, take a walk near water, or if you're scared of deep seas or deep waters, walk by some forests or walk by the sidewalk, or just walk around your home and do a little meditative practice while you're walking around just to see what's going on. Disassociative and disassociation is going to happen within the morning and within the evening time as well. It looks like within the afternoon, you're so gonna be so emotionally tied to the distractions and busyness within your head that you're not gonna pay attention to much of the physical people around you or physical beings around you. S's, J's, C's, E's, and U's are important throughout the day. And you can spell words with those and make them into anagrams if you'd like. You don't have to use all the letters. There might be a hidden message in that. It looks like there's going to be some form of illogical thinking due to being too emotionally wrapped up into things and caring too much and feeling suffocated due to the hyperfixation and the hypervigilance of the emotions. spilling too many emotions at once and bottling up the rest. When someone genuinely asks you how you are and actually shows a genuine concern, you bottle up and cork yourself up. It's a defense tactic for some of us, it feels like. In the evening, we have the Nine of Candles reversed. And what this means is there's going to be some form of vulnerability and taking advantage of it. So you're taking advantage of them being vulnerable, or you've been in a vulnerable state. You're going to open up to them. You're going to take accountability. You're going to open up about some negative thoughts or worries or anxieties that you had that you fear are going to shape you into a bad person. But those are going to lead to consequences. Those are going to lead to hyperfixations. Those are going to lead to a lack of a relationship due to what you've said. So make sure that even if they don't say anything, or even though you don't say anything, energetically they already know what you're going to do, whether you say you're going to do it or not. Like, you can say you're not going to do it, then the energy can tell a different story. So just make sure that you read fully into that. Exorcism rituals, banishment practices, protection rituals, and protection magic is going to be very important between 1 p.m. and 10 p.m. for those that practice black magic or demonology or any sort of witchery practice or occult practice or divination practice. It looks like refusing to fit the mold and refusing to fit the ideas of what you thought the connection would be like has also led you to unexpected results. So working on your own expectations and where you still hold expectations and assumptions with interpersonal relationships, with fellow friends, with fellow employees, with those that hold a deep bond with you. It looks like not thinking too quickly or not thinking too deeply about the impact of your words or the impact of your statement can be very hindering within the day as well. It looks like this is could also be like a PTSD or CPTSD response. If this isn't happening right now, it may have happened in the last 3 years or so, 3 to 4 years or so. Overall, it looks like there's a lot of internalized thinking, a lot of doing things for yourself and being with yourself and having some alone time with just the house. Doesn't mean necessarily you're alone by yourself in the house, but you're able to be present without having to rely on attention and external validation from others. It looks like there's a lack of trust, a lack of loyalty, and a lack of dedication. Fear of commitment, fear of being loyal or trusting the wrong people. A lack of a physical relationship, or those that are single are the most highly impacted throughout the day. But that's what I'm getting for the entire message for the 6th of May of Wednesday of 2026. So as with these though, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thanks for joining.